Welcome back to the Healthy Aging Report. Today, I am going to give you a little info about the history of protein powder. Now, here's the deal. Most people today are familiar with whey protein. It's one of the most popular types of protein there is. And you can find it almost in any grocery store, drugstore, Walmart, Target, whatever it is. But whey's actually been around for a long time. Just didn't taste as good. So protein powder first became popular during the 1950s. And in 1950, they had the first Mr. Universe bodybuilding competition. American-born bodybuilder Steve Reeves is the one that actually won the first ever Mr. Universe. From there, Steve took the popularity that he achieved from winning the show and made a bunch of movies. He played Hercules, he played Goliath, you name it. It was really popular over in Europe, and at one time he was the highest paid actor in Europe, believe it or not. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Oak, who some believe is the best bodybuilder of all time, he actually credited Steve Reeves as a big reason, a motivational reason why he wanted to get into acting after winning the Olympias and all that. And of course, you know, he went on to play Conan the Barbarian. I think he actually even played Hercules himself one time, with the dubbed over voice, of course. And then from there, you know, Arnie is Arnie. All right, so 1950s, bodybuilding, strength competitions, gymnastics, all these types of things are getting really popular to the masses. And that's when we saw our first commercial protein powder, and it was egg protein powder. Egg was extremely popular at the time because, unlike some of the other ones, it tasted well, you could mix it up, you know, readily available for people. And then bodybuilders, back in the day, you know, steroids were not illegal at the time. So they found that by using extra egg protein, that they were able to actually build more muscle mass. You know, you tell the body to grow, it needs more fuel and more raw materials for it to grow. So that's when we first saw protein powder become commercially available. Now you have to fast forward all the way into the 1990s until you really saw the explosion of whey protein. Now, whey protein had been around before then, but it would clump up, didn't taste good, all that stuff. And actually, whey is a byproduct of cheese. And you can go back almost 8,000 years when they first started making cheese, and you can see that they actually discovered whey. Even Hippocrates, the father of medicine, you know, Hippocratic Oath, if you're familiar with that, the thing that doctors have to recite, all new doctors have to recite and swear that they're going to abide by the Hippocratic Oath. Now it's Hippocrates. Well, anyways, Hippocrates used to actually prescribe whey as a medicine. He saw the benefits of it and saw that it could help heal the body in different ways. Okay, so now, again, back to the 1990s. That's when we saw whey protein really come onto the market. One of the main reasons why, well, two reasons. Number one, we saw better filtration processes and better manufacturing processes on the raw material. That's when you started to get, you know, your whey concentrate type stuff. Then the flavoring got better, mixability got better because it was better isolated. And then, of course, the marketing efforts of Met-Rx. And if you're unfamiliar with Met-Rx, if you ever watch World's Strongest Man, especially in the 90s and 2000s, it's sponsored by Met-Rx. And then, of course, Mr. Bill Phillips with EAS. He really took it to the next level with his transformation challenges. It was just really big about making meal replacements. And that's the thing about Met-Rx and EAS. They made these meal replacements, so it had protein and carbs, not just pure protein. Fast forward from there, and then you got some new technologies in the process of making protein that's when you started coming out with isolate proteins and hydrolyzed proteins. Isolate proteins, they took the whey protein concentrates, isolated the protein, then they took out a bunch of the carbs and the fats. It also made it mix even better, like this stuff right here, pure isolate. Less calories because it's just coming from protein. Hydrolyzed takes it a step farther. You basically, cold filter, process, micronize it and everything. The only thing that some people say about hydrolyzed protein is that yes, it does absorb faster because it's supposed to be in more of a usable state, but you kind of get rid of some of the other factors that are in protein powders. So there's this ongoing debate about which is better, hydrolyzed protein or isolate protein. Honestly, I think they're all really good. I personally like the isolate myself a little bit better, especially if you're going to do something like a fruit flavor, like the modern Iso Plus or whatever. And you even have stuff like naive protein, which is a concentrate, but it's supposed to be hardly touched, so it has all these other growth factors and peptides and all that stuff. But honestly, I mean, I like the isolate better, especially if you have allergies. You can't handle, milk products, lactose. Isolate and hydrolyzed are the way to go. So then, fast forward now to, I would say probably around 2008, 2009, we first started seeing the introduction of plant protein. And then fast forward again another 6 years or so, and it really started to gain popularity. Garden of Life, a couple of other of these, holistic, natural brands, came out with their plant-based proteins. Now, plant-based protein, it doesn't have, obviously, the lactose, and so people could use it. However, there are a bunch of different sources that people use for plant protein, and it can have gluten in it, so you need to be careful if you decide to go the plant protein route. A ton of people, a higher amount than you think, it's estimated I think about 90% of the population of just America has some type of allergy to gluten, whether it's something minor as far as bloating or something major as far as, like Crohn's. Basically you drink or you eat something that has gluten in it, and then you're making a beeline right to the bathroom. And that's not cool. Also, they think that gluten can possibly play a role in leaky gut syndrome, where the stuff kind of leaks out of your gut and into your bowels and you don't really get full absorption. You name it, it has a whole bunch of other issues causing inflammation, and inflammation starts in the gut and then kind of spreads everywhere else. Well then, after, another thing about plant protein, again, if you want to go plant, you're vegan, vegetarian, more power to you. The amino acid profile is not as complete as what you would get from a whey protein powder. It's just not. And because of that, you have to use more of it. And if you use more of it, you gotta realize you're getting more calories, and possibly it can lead to some fat gain, excess water weight, you know. Again, plant protein, if you like it and it helps you and your body can assimilate, because everybody's different, good for you. Me, I don't touch the stuff, but that's just me. If I'm gonna do something that's plant-based, I'm gonna save that for like a greens formula, something that can give me some antioxidants and have some other healthy benefits, broken down cell walls and all that good stuff. So, but not from my protein. My protein is going to come from animal sources. Now, recently, you've probably seen a big, huge explosion in the popularity of collagen protein. So collagen protein is different than whey protein. Whey protein comes the process of turning milk into cheese. You get curds and whey, like Little Miss Muffet. Well, collagen protein is 100% animal-based. It usually comes from cow hides or the connective tissue of cows. You can talk about reusable farming, that's a good thing about it. And the way it works is, they think your body takes the collagen, breaks it down, and then reassembles it in the body in where it's needed. Connective tissue, skin elasticity, you name it. Also, it does have some muscle building properties as well. Recovery, definitely recovery. I think it helps probably with recovery more than what they're saying they think than any other type of protein out there. The amino acid or profile of collagen is not quite the same and complete as isolate protein or whey protein. You're looking at like 8 of most of the essential amino acids, whereas isolate and whey protein has 9. Not a big deal, it's just collagen's different. But it's definitely gained a lot of popularity, especially in the healthy aging communities. I know it's big in CrossFit. Not as big with bodybuilders, because bodybuilders, I mean, let's be honest here, they're taking performance enhancing drugs, all the top level ones, the ones that are not clearly competing in a natural bodybuilding competitions. They're taking PEDs, and when you take a PED, your body can assimilate more protein, because again, you're telling your body, hey, you're signaling it with your hormones, let's grow. And so your body needs more of the raw materials. It also needs more energy source, so that's when you look at your carbs and your fats. But definitely, in the bodybuilding world, you're looking at still whey isolate or whey itself as being the king. And then of course you have your ready to drinks, your RTDs down there, which mass market everywhere, on the go, pop it. Bang has, well, I guess it's VPX has their RTDs, you name it. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little lesson about the history of protein powder. Where we're going to go in the future, not really sure. I know that the supplement industry is heavily regulated now after 1994, and because of that, you don't have a lot of room for innovation. That's one of the reasons why collagen is so popular. It's just kind of like the new kid on the block. But I definitely see that we're going to have probably more refined processes for collagen and whey and plant as well too. Now, is it ever going to replace food or whole food? I don't think so. I mean, who knows? There's something you get by eating animal-based protein that you can't get and replicate from a powder or a drink. It's just, it's not possible. So yeah, I do use whey protein, but most of the time, and I like collagen protein too for recovery, connective tissue, healthy aging. But honestly, I try to get the majority of my protein throughout the day through eggs, chicken, red meat. Red meat is not bad for you. I don't care whatever they say. They've actually done studies now that show that eating red meat does not cause any kind of cardiovascular issue whatsoever. So if that's a concern, don't worry about it. Red meat is awesome. It contains a ton of creatine that your body uses for energy, recovery. Every time you make a movement, your body is assimilating and making ATP in the Krebs cycle, and creatine is a big part of that. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this nice little informational video on the history of protein. Like always, if you like the content, do me a favor, subscribe, get a comment in there if you want to see something different or if you're questioning about this stuff. Check us out on social media, links in the bio, and of course, check out the website, healthyagingreport.com. Until next time, peace!